And they're off. So Faith Anthony has jumped up into 6th place, with Gomez dropping down to 8th, 9th. Faith is still playing around with the 6th place position, and she is maintaining her position, and she's up to 5th. Hi guys, we're back for another race on Motorsport Manager with Murphy Racing Team. We've got some mails that we need to start going through, so let's have a quick scan at these. Gerard Racing looking the way ahead, practice okay. Car condition updates. Okay, this is interesting. Well, this really wasn't the ideal weekend from our point of view. We're going to have to work on the car for a while. Here's the amount of condition the cars lost over the weekend. 48% for Gomez's and Faith Anthony's 43% on average. Total fixed time 34 hours. Ouch. Now, I'm sure if I actually had those cars repaired before the end of the race, then I wouldn't have so much time for them to repair them now. Okay, we'll see. Okay, okay. This guy wants to have a interview with us for Motor Racing Magazine. We'll accept it and hope for the best. Right, very interesting question. Faith Anthony ran straight into the back of Enduro Mello today, who told us that Faith or Anthony should not be allowed to race after that. She's an idiot. What do you think? Eduardo Melli is the idiot. He should get out of the way. Yeah, I'd like to say that. He has a point. It wasn't Faith's finest hours. No, because she's not an idiot. I'm going to say accidents happen. It's no big deal. Oh dear. Our chairman's not too happy with that. However, Faith has gone up by 10%. So, I'll have to do something to get his respect up later. Okay, who's this? Rachel. Bergkamp was definitely pushing to his limits in the race in Black Sea, pulling off a number of daring overtaking manoeuvres. Yes. Okay, I wasn't watching him, so right, let's forget about that. Right, car. So they're currently repairing the car, and I want to improve. So I can't do anything until they finish repairing it. So that well. We've got our forecast centre being built. It's a few more weeks to go, about 13, so shame, can't do anything with that. Let's have a look at the team. Job's very secure. Okay, so he's really happy with us at 90. Hang on, what's that say? Personality traits. Faith Anthony, nice skill, +5 for that. Don't recall that. Interview answering questions +5 twice and then -5. Yeah, that's about right. Marketability, we're 25%, so this is made of both the team branding and of the two drivers. Okay, let's can't do anything there. There's no point in doing anything on that or with these guys. I think the scouting is just ongoing. Finances, well, ouch is all I can say. 1.3 million per race, but we are putting £1 million a year, a race should I say, towards next year's car. Sponsorships, we've got some space left here. Let's hope we can get some more deals before the next race, which is going to be Munich GP, and we're looking at okay, that's all the tyres, isn't it? So we're going to look at acceleration, low speed cornering and medium speed cornering. So once our car's repaired, we're going to pause it. It's paused it for us, which is good. Okay, someone's planning to retire, that's fine. Okay, so now we can go and look at the car and we can improve parts. Now I'm going to autofill for two reasons. We've got brakes, both lots of brakes, 72 and 69%, ouch. And gearbox, whose gearbox is that? That's the average gearbox, so that is on yeah, that's on Gomez's car. And whose is that front wing? Is that Faith's? No, they're both on Gomez's car, so he's getting a bit more support than the Faith Anthony, although looking at the differences, I think he needs it more so. Right, so brakes are going to be improved. Let me just tone this back a bit. 8 days before, 6 days, 2 days, 4 days after. Alright, I think that's probably a better. Yeah, I think that's a better option. Alright, so let's go and have a look at our sponsors. So we've got a sponsor for slot 3 and Notifly. Okay, they're a 1-star. It's only for 3 lengths, 3 races, but they're going to give us. Okay, so they're going to give us 700,000 bonus per race. So that's only if we get second or above. No, I'm going to hold out because I know I am not going to be achieving second or above, and there's no point accepting an offer just for the sake of it. Right, let's just continue. So we're looking at finish scouting a driver. So let's go and have a look at this guy. And let's pause you. Right. Let's go to the mail first. Yes, finish scouting, thank you. So let's go and look at scouting. So we have now got. Okay. He's unemployed. He's only he's a 2.5 star, but he's not got any opportunities to improve. So, well, let's leave that for a while. Oh, slot 2. We've got 2 offers. So we've got another Airways and a beers company. All right. So one's going to give us 500,000, and the other one's going to give us 450,000 up front and 85,000 per race. And do you know what? I'm going to go for that one. Confirm. Thank you very much. 85,000 is always a nice little bonus when you're going into a very expensive weekend. Okay, so Yokohama practice, finish scouting. Let's just. Oh, and another sponsorship deal. Okay, so. Yeah, finish scouting Karis Young. So let's have a look at Karis Young. Alright, so she's got an opportunity there to improve. She's a 1-star with ability to go to a 2-star. Now, although I like to take somebody on, I'd like to take someone who's got a few more stars for extended potential. Right, so we've got 2 offers available on here. Slots 3. Both of those are wanting second or above. Yeah, but this guy is giving us a. I'm not going to achieve that, and 100,000 is not that much. So okay, this looks a bit more promising. 750,000 up front with a 450,000 £450,000 bonus if we get above 9. Now I think the last race we were there or thereabouts, so I'm going to accept that one because again that will keep the coffers a bit more balanced. And let's continue. Okay, so it's running the Yokohama Motorsports Championship, and we're not in that league at the moment, but that Panther team seems to be doing really well. Right, 10 days for the next race. Ooh, let's just let it go and pause. Let's go and sort out all this mail before we go off. Ooh, right, okay, so the Munich race is going to be 43 laps with a length of 2.72 miles and a record of 1.25 seconds and 0.147. Okay, so there's a 40% chance of rain, so that'll be interesting. Telemetry, yes, we could love to have a telemetry centre. What's this? European Racing Series. Andrea Gomez was snapped fighting last night at a trendy night spot. Ooh. The racer was grappling with an unknown 24-year-old before a full-blown fight broke out. That's naughty. Murphy Racing with a leaving the Murphy Racing driver with a black eye, and his assailant with a bloodied nose. That's just terrible. They're fighting over the same girl. What a shock! Onlookers, a bit of mystery to me. She wasn't even that much of a looker. Okay. Pre-race gossip. Let's have a look. Predator Racing. Yeah, okay. Those guys. Nothing about Murphy Racing, so I'll have to wait and see. Okay, so we've got a Falco Engelhardt art or something like that. Alright, so he's actually quite a good driver with the potential to be a 4.5 star rating driver. That's interesting. But I'm sure he's going to be expensive. So let's not go after him for the time being. And I've got another mail, have I? Have I missed it? No. Okay. We're going to have a look at sponsors. We've got 2 more sponsors for slot 6. Oh, a £1 million up front, or nah, 9 races at 3,500. Oh, Peachy Plum, you're in. Perfect. Right. Okay. So we're just about to head over to Munich. Well, we're travelling now. Let's have a quick look at the car before we go. Where we've got. So that's all done. They're all perfect. Getting onto there, which is good. Right. Have I got any parts being designed? No, I haven't. Have I missed the boat on that? I have. Okay, maybe we'll do something next time. Alright, so 14th and above or 9th and above? Ooh, I want to go 9th and above. Yeah. Mind you, we were 13th in the last race. No. I'm going to go for that one. Just because I don't feel all that confident at this moment in time with this car I've got. All the drivers I've got. But, yeah. 13th and 14th. Right, okay. Let's make our way to Munich. Okay, Munich practice. Look at those clouds in the sky. That doesn't bode that well. Alright, we're going to take out our 2 normal drivers. And let's see what the weather's going to do. So at the moment we're looking relatively okay. No rain. Going to get a bit more grip on the track. Okay. Alright, so car setup. I'm going to go for... You can both go out the same tyre. Actually, you both can go out the same. Am I sure I want to take the session? Yes, I want to take the practice session. Thank you very much. So we can, let's just pause this. We're not changing anything on either Gomez or Faith Anthony. We're just going to send him out and see what he can get on his current setup. Yeah. And the same with yeah, Faith Anthony. Right. Let's see how we get on. So, Faith's in the front. Let's get them around the course for a bit. And we'll go to an attack on both of them to see what they can actually do. Okay, they've both got enough laps for 5 laps, so realistically, as long as the weather doesn't change too much, we could get a lot of time on these tyres, and actually get a lot of experience just for this type of tyre. But kind of would like it to rain to have to put a wet tyre on so they can get a bit more experience on that. Okay, so Faith Anthony is across the line first, and she's fighting with traffic, which is not a good thing. These other cars need to get out of the way. Who is that? Okay, they're both loving the handling, and we have got a car there in yellow that is really getting in Faith's way. I have no idea who that is. Nope, that's not him. No, that's a different yellow car. Alright. Let's just see how these guys are getting on. So, if I bring them in, we'll be able to adjust. Let's bring Faith in first and then bring Gomez in on the next lap. Faith Anthony, we're going to change her tyres. We're going to put a right. Come on, tell me what you thought of your car. Okay, downforce is not great. Handling is not. Okay, so we want a bit more. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for tyre choices. We're on medium. Let's go for. Let's go for soft. And stint. We've only got. Yeah, let's leave it on that. See how that actually improves things. And where's Gomez? So how's Gomez doing? Okay, all the other drivers are all doing their own laps. Oh, Faith Anthony actually hasn't. Oh, wrong aero setup. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm bringing you in. We didn't actually allow Faith to go across the finish line. That was a bit of an error on my part. Let's just see what we can do with Faith on the soft tyres. Okay, so Gomez is now going to be pulling into the pits, and we're going to change his tyres as well, I think. Yeah, we're going to change his tyres to super soft. We're going to mess around with his aerodynamics as well. Alright, so let's just get a bit less on there. Yeah, that's fine. Tyre choice, yeah, let's go. Let's go with that. So, previous stint, he's been able to get a 1 minute and 39 seconds. So let's put you straight on to here, because I really want you to push. Now, what's Faith actually achieving? So Faith's just starting her hot lap. Don't know why it's saying she's in first. She's there's only a few other drivers actually on super softs at the moment, or soft should I say. Okay. Don't need to see that, thank you very much. I know I ain't gonna have a chance to set the very fastest laps. Oh, Gomez is directly in front of Faith. That's interesting. Gomez is on his outlap, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, so Faith Anthony has managed to get 2 seconds quicker. Okay, Gomez seems to be happy with the aero setup, which is good. Right, we've only got a few more laps. Let's just see what we can do by speeding this up, because all they're going to be doing now is picking up experience on those tyres. Okay, so Faith Anthony, she's improved that down to 11th, and Gomez has. So we need more angles on the wings. Okay, for Gomez. Do I have time to bring them in? No, I don't. But do you know what? I'm going to bring them in anyway. Just get an understanding of what that. Right, Gomez is in. Let's send him out. Let's see what he's saying on that car. Ooh. We want a bit more angle there. Right. Okay. Yeah, go out on the same tyres. Faith Anthony, come on, let's get you out as well. And what are you thinking? You're not happy with the downforce as well, so let's knock that up a bit. And that down a bit. And we're going to send you straight out as it is. Come on, let's get you out. Okay, so at least they've got a little bit of a stint with those slight modifications. Only 18 seconds or so. Okay, but they'll be able to finish the lap, which is the main thing. Let's just... Okay, so Gomez really likes that. Excellent. Right, okay, so hopefully we've got the setup right for one of our drivers at least, so we can learn from that. So we've got Faith Anthony, who is now in 11th, followed by Gomez, Andre Gomez in 12th. So we just need to make sure that we can actually maintain those positions to win some more money. Okay, so yeah, he's my hero. I'm not in. Yeah. Anything about her? That was okay from Murphy Racing. We'll get to find the real pace on Sunday. Yeah, I'm sure we will do. Okay, so we're on to the race. We need to get above 14th place to get our bonus of £150,000, which I'm really hopeful for. Right, let's just have a look. Let's actually auto pick on both of these. Is it raining? Oh, it's raining. We're starting. Oh no, we're starting on intermediates. Yeah, we're both on those. We're okay with that. Perfect. I'm happy with that. Driver strategy. Do you know what? We're going to push from the start on both of our drivers. I don't believe this rain is going to stay out for too long. We can just see how things progress. Yeah, okay. We can see where we are on the row, who we've got. So we're the 4th row. Okay. Right. Let's continue. And they're off. So Faith Anthony has jumped up into 6th place, with Gomez dropping down to 8th, 9th. Faith is still playing around with the 6th place position, and she is maintaining her position, and she's up to 5th. Gomez, on the other hand, he has now dropped to 10th place, and there's been no incidents so far on the first lap. Faith is pushing hard to get up into position. She did take 4th for a very short while, and we're looking at Gomez is dropping severely down to 15th place, whereas Faith Anthony is up there in 5th and maintaining that. Gomez is back up to 14th, and we are is she going to be able to cut it round? Nope, she isn't. She's still in 5th position, just a few seconds ahead of her teammate. And as they cross the start-finish line, Faith is in 5th position with Gomez at 12th. So we're looking at the weather on the track. It looks like we are going to be in for a bit of rain for a while. So oh dear, Faith has dropped down to 6th place. So we need to let's have a look at her colleagues around her. Let's knock this down to push on both, because it looks like we may be having a longer stint than we expected on wet tyres, because these are not doing that well. We're doing the laps of around 1 minute 50. The course record is 1:25. And Gomez is now back down to 12th. Okay, so first retirements, or first to pull into the pits for some repairs, by the looks of things. And let's have a look. So these guys are trying to conserve their tyres, so do you know what, let's just go for the long stretch with Gomez, see whether we can actually do a 2-stop race with Gomez, and we can actually have a chance of getting some more points. Okay, so we're on lap 3 of 43. We've got Faith Anthony has dropped down to 7th place. Oh dear, let's and where is she? Right, her tyres are better than those that people have had of her, so she's got a chance. Oh dear, she is getting slaughtered. Let's just knock her over to a more aggressive driving style, see whether she's able to start taking some places back, and she's straight up to 8th. So she'll have enjoyed that. Gomez is sat down in 16th position. Faith has had a green sector in the middle of her last lap. Slower section than last time on the first sector of the race, and she's up at 8th place. Gomez has dropped to 17th. Oh no, and 18th. That is horrendous. He is now at the back of the field, considering the cars behind him have actually had a pit stop. So let's just start speeding things up a bit and see how we can get on. So Faith, yes, you've had 2 green sectors on your last lap, which is really good to see. Gomez, you need to start pushing. I think it's time to see what you can do. So Faith Anthony is 0.101 seconds off pace, so she really needs to get things going there. 38 laps remaining. Tyres are looking good on both drivers. Fuel's okay. Now she's 3.36 seconds off pace, and Gomez is 1.006 seconds off. And Faith has dropped down to 9th position. And Gomez has jumped to 16th. He's no longer at the back of the field for those who haven't had stops, which is good. So let's just jump on with Gomez, see what he's actually fighting with. He's in the midst of a load of battle there with a load of different drivers. Okay, let's see whether he can actually show us what he's made of here, and get past a few more drivers. He's only a second or two in it. Oh, and he's jumped up to 15th place. Excellent. That's really good driving there from Gomez. Oh, what's going on with Faith? So she's had a green sector halfway through that lap, and a second one at the end. Let's have a look at what's going on with this water. We're going to start seeing it drying off by the looks of things in another couple of laps. So we need to see where our drivers' tyres are. So they're pretty much similar with those on the top. I'm going to pull their driving styles down just so that they can try and get their good life on their tyres to extend when they need to stop. So we're into lap 9, or coming up to lap. So Faith Anthony is now on lap 9, should I say. We've got a 34% tyre wear, and Gomez is on 39. So I think after another lap we are going to have to pull Faith in. It's not great. So what's going on with this weather? Yeah, it's still intermediate type of weather. Oh, and Faith is dropping down to places. Oh, maybe I should have pitted her. Okay, so what's the guys around are doing? Let's just push. And let's push. So Faith is now dropped down to 12th position. We're going to pit her on this lap. We've got about 26% left of wear. Yeah, you're losing. You're overtaking like nobody's business. Right, so we are expecting the rain to stay out for a bit longer. And I'm going to chuck you. Oh, that's estimated laps. Three to 5. Ooh. So that would have actually worked better. We could start drying up for us. Unless I go for a full wet. I know it's only a bit there. No. Let's cancel it. Let's leave Faith out for another few more laps. Let's knock those tyres down on both our drivers. So if we've got 3 more laps roughly on those tyres, ha! We should pit. No, we're going to knock it down to neutral, see whether we can get another lap out of you. Oh no, mind you, drop down to 21% now. Has anybody else pulled in yet? They haven't. What's this water doing? So we're right. No, let's leave you out for another lap. We should have sufficient water. Right, we'll pit you on the next lap. Coming in. Yeah, I think so. I know you want to pit for fresh tyres. Faith is going in first, and we're going to drop the amount of water on the lap. But do you know what, Faith? I'm sorry, we're going to have to put you on those. Let's just not put too much fuel on you. Yeah. What's going on with the parts? Everything seems to be good. Let's go for a fast pit stop. I'm thinking that I'm hoping that the rain will ease off, and we can actually hopefully achieve a better result by having a actually just cancel that. Just jump on board with Faith, jump on board to Gomez, so he's at 17%. We're going to pit him. So rain's going to start dropping off. I'm going to chuck him onto mediums. I am going for it. And fuel options. Oops. Let's just fill you up. Okay, and park condition, everything's looking good. Pretty strategy, we're going to go for fast as well. And let's hope we can actually do something here and get a good stop from our team. So some of the guys at the front, they're jumping on medium soft tyres. Oh, and that's a nice clean pit stop for Gomez, and he's dropped down to 14th, which is fine, but he's now on soft tyres, medium tyres, so he's got a chance of really going for it now. What? No. No. You can stay out on wets. Maybe drop it down a bit on the intensity, but you can stay out there. Track will start drying, trust me. Famous last words, I'm sure. Okay, so temperature is not really getting there, so let's push him. So Gomez, the guy in front, is on medium. The guy behind you, who seems to be trying to chap at your heels, he's actually on soft. So what are you whinging about? You're going to be overtaken by someone on soft. Oh dear me, Gomez, come on, push. It's drying up, so we're fine. Right, so we didn't put too much fuel on Faith on the basis that I wanted to try and put her onto soft tyres a little bit later. Faith Anthony has overtaken, yeah, so she's doing quite well. Let's just jump on board with Faith. See what she's up against. Alright, so it's not too bad. 2 lights, 2 sectors green so far. And she is hunting down the 6th position. She's clearly got the most superior tyre for this sort of weather. Just having a bit of water on the lap. Oh no, look at that. We've got rain coming again, so she is on the right tyre. So let's just ask her to hold back a bit and look after those tyres a bit more. We've got 3.35 laps of fuel left. No. Oh, looks like we're going to have to have another hit for both of our drivers. Temperatures increasing with more rain. Right. What? Oh, he's on super softs as well. Oh no. So we've got 2 laps worth of fuel. So why aren't we on slicks yet? Because it's going to start raining heavily again. Let's cool down your tyres a bit so we're not actually killing them. Okay, so Gomez has just set a fastest lap for himself, so he's beat his record. So we've got 1 lap left to go. Looking at the water that we've got coming, it looks like it's going to stay in, so we're going to change for another set of tyres. We're going to fill up with fuel and hope for the best. Part condition. Engine. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that as it is and hope for the best. Let's have a look at Gomez and how he's doing. So he is green sectoring at the moment, which is really good to see. So he's pushing very, very hard. He's got 10 laps worth of fuel left, but we are going to have to pit him for either intermediates, or we're going to have to put on full wets, because that water on that track is increasing significantly. So Faith Anthony is in the pits, and she's oh no, they've had a mistake on refueling. Right, but she's no problems at all on the tyres. And she's off, so let's hope that she can actually... No, we're not pitting for slip. We're going to be conservative on here for the time being. We want you to manage to do a couple of laps on intermediates, because you will be needing those inters soon. Okay, Gomez. Okay, actually dropping down to 14th. Let's see how far we can get Gomez into this sector. You know what? Yeah, on the next lap we're going to pitch you and we're going to chuck you back on intermediates. We're going to give you plenty of fuel. What's your parts condition? Oh, looking good. And we're going to leave you with fast. Okay. So Faith Anthony's had 2 stops, and she sat there ahead of all those who've had 2, but she's actually behind someone who's had 3 stops, which is a bit ridiculous. And here comes the rain. So Faith has got no tyre heat whatsoever in her car. Let's just jump on board. Right, so let's just go for attack, and let's see what we can do now. So we've got water on the track, the car in front of you. Where are you, Faith? Yeah, the car in front is on soft tyres, so you should be able to trounce on him once the... Oh my life, look at that water that's coming. ...18 laps remaining, and it looks like it's going to be a really wet one. So we've probably got, I don't know, maybe 10 laps to say at the moment with Faith. Oh, excellent. These guys are really loving these tyres. So both Faith and Gomez are both within the sponsorship objectives. How far ahead is Faith? How much? Oh, so Gomez is at least half a lap ahead on a lot fresher tyres and pushing hard. So Faith is still struggling a bit, getting some temperature in these, but hopefully now it's raining she can actually go for it. Oh, I think when I need to pit Faith, we'll have to drop some wet tyres on, if that looks like it's going to stay like that for a while. And come on, Gomez, put your foot down. Car in front of you's on soft. Come on, push. And he'd had 3 stops, flipping heck. Come on, Faith, you've got to get past 11th place to give your teammate a bit more support. Right. What's going on with this water? I think it's going to finish on as a real heavy wet race. How much So we've got 14 laps remaining. We've got enough fuel for 11, so I'm going to have to pit to get a bit more fuel. I'm going to have to pit Faith as well in about 5 laps time. So I think we are definitely going to be putting Faith onto wet tyres and getting her to push right to the end. And hopefully we'll actually achieve something spectacular at the end of this race. Now I'm wishing that I'd actually chosen that other sponsorship saying that we need to achieve 9th position, but there's still a number of laps left for us to go through. So Gomez is absolutely flying up to 9th place, and Faith is sat back down in 12th. Yes. No, I want you to keep pushing, Faith. We really... Yeah, and look at that. We're going to go for wets. So, let's have a look. Where are you, Faith? You are still not doing too bad on pace, so let's pit you next lap, and we're going to put you onto wet tyres. And we're going to need 12 laps remaining, so let's give you that much. It should be fine. All parts. Do you know what? I really don't want to, but I'm going to have to fix those two. Yeah. Okay. And let's hope for the best. Sorry, Faith. We need to make sure your car achieves... actually finishes the race. Yeah, I think you'll probably be one of the first cars to jump onto proper wet tyres as well, which will be good, because you should be able to take that to your advantage. Okay. Come on, please. No problems, no more problems, no more problems. Perfect. Right, you're staying on an aggressive style. You've got enough fuel for 14 laps, which is fine. And where's Gomez? So Gomez, you're in 9th position. You've got a good gap between you and 10th, which is fine. Faith has come out on 14th, so she is still within the sponsorship objective. So we just need to maintain those that position. Gomez, you have right 30% left on tyres. What's that rain doing? Right, we're coming up to the wettest. Let's... Oh, shall I? Yeah, let's pit, and we're going to go for wets. Give you the best option. So we've got 9 laps remaining. Let's get enough fuel for 10 and a bit. Parts conditions. Oh, everything's looking okay for you. That's good. And let's go for that. Let's hope for that we have no issues during... Oh no, not again. A mistake with fuel. So we've dropped down to 13th position. However, we've got a big gap between 13th and 14th, and I'm sure these other cars will have the same. Bit damp out on track. They're coming for him to... No, you're on wet tyres, for crying out loud. You should be fine on those. Trust me. I don't think that bar goes above wet, so... Let's just hope... Pace minus 21 seconds. Oh dear, that's not good. So everybody else is on intermediate tyres. 15th place car has just changed to another set of intermediates. Gomez is 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds off pace. So that doesn't bode well. Have I made a boo-boo by putting both drivers on wet tyres? Only time will tell. We have got how many laps remaining? We have... Where are we? So we've got 5 laps remaining. What do we think we can actually achieve? Are any of those other cars going to come in? I don't think they will with 5 laps remaining. We're the only cars on the field with wet tyres. That's ridiculous. Knock you down a bit then. If your tyres are a bit warm. Right, so if you're 13th position, where is 12th? That's 20 seconds ahead of you. Right, so 12th is fighting with 18th and 19th, so... I mean, we're over 50% marker though. Why are people still putting inters on? Titan's really high. Okay, let's just knock you back a bit. So we've got excess fuel. Let's put you back on attack. So about to be lapped by second place. So second and third have now... They are flying on those inters. That was a major rookie error, I think, on my part. We could have got a lot higher up in the standings, I think, if I had not put those wet tyres on. Both of them, anyway. Or I would have just had Faith Anthony a lot closer to Gomez at the end of the race. So, okay. It's interesting. I just want one of those other cars to go off because they haven't got enough tyre. So we're on the final lap and it looks like we're going to be finishing 13th and 14th. So at least we are within the sponsorship objectives and we have got some points. So Gomez has crossed the place in 13th. Alright. Maybe I could have got away with using inters again. And maybe it would have actually improved our chances. I'm not entirely sure. Not with the current car setup. Okay. Oh dear. So if we look at the how the stints, so we right, okay, so we literally only had Faith. That was the problem here. These guys are actually achieving humongous lengths on their tyres, so I need to change my tactic on how my drivers are driving, because I think that is showing up. Scrutineering. No, I don't think I've broken any rules, because I don't think I've done anything different. It's good. So we have got 8 for Gomez and 7 for Faith Anthony, so that's good. Means we've got some money coming in. So a total of 16 points, and we are 28 points away from the top of the championship after race 2. Okay. And Murphy Racing, we're sat there in a solid 8th position. If we can actually just get a few more points, we'll actually jump up above Silver Racing. Okay. Murphy Racing, I have painted my bedroom the same colours as your car. The other half's not happy. Yeah, Murphy Racing find themselves in midfield. They'll be hoping for the future. Yes, that's probably about right. Fairly average performance for Murphy Racing. Okay. Right. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, those were pushing. Yeah, I know. Right, well, that's a very interesting finish to the race. Was not expecting that. I was hoping for a better result. Let's hope that our drivers are happy. And yeah, they're both happy. And what about our chairman? Good. He's gone up 6%, so he's 100% happy, which is good. We were expected 10th and we came in 7th, so at least we are achieving more than we thought we could do. So we've got improved marketability as well by 1%, which is really, really good. Oh, that's the painful bit. So we've received sponsorship. That bit really helps. 785,000 for the actual sponsorships. So we should not have an issue near the end of the series of this race. So Asia Pacific Super Cup. Okay. European Racing Season Series. So there we are. Gomez is in 14th position, whereas Faith Anthony is sat in 16th position. We're not at the bottom, which is the main thing, and we're 8th overall on the championship standard. That's really good. Right, so I think that was a very interesting little race. Next race is going to be Milan, so stay tuned and we'll see you on the next one. That's Murphy out.